Well, good morning. It's June 10th. Sorry, I was just checking to see if my stuff is there. I just got water at a water source. I didn't do that last night. It was raining so hard. I just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in my sleeping bag. I got enough water to cook breakfast. That's about it. We stayed at the Wilcox South shelter and stayed in the shelter, so I have no idea how many bug bites are going to bloom around my eyes and nose this morning. But, I was hiking with Indy for a little bit there, but I had to stop and get water. I got a 24-mile day planned today, which is ambitious, especially with conditions the way they are. It is just soaking wet. Everything I have is wet. You know, some of it's dripping wet, but a lot of it's super duper really humid, like like a steam iron. Except when the heat goes away, you feel that cold, right? So that kind of wet. It permeates everything because, well, hell, it's misty. You can't dry things out in fog. That's just crazy talk. But anyway, we're out here on the brand new soaking wet slimy rocks, trying to avoid stepping on all these little salamanders, which there are just hundreds of them. But if I can get today knocked out, that means tomorrow will be a real short day. I'll get to a shelter that's 2 miles out of town, and then I'll try to get into town early enough to get a ride to the airport by 9. I will be very disgusting for anyone who sits next to me. I will try to do as much pit wipe on me as I can to lessen the blow for the poor person, but I will be ridden wet, hard and wet, and put away wet. And at the other end, when I'm received by family and friends, they'll be amazed how nasty. It's like, this is what the trail looks like. It'll be pretty damn raw, unfortunately. But, my spirits are raised by the fact that I do have this journey coming up soon. I'm very excited. So I can put up with this ever so much suck. It's a pretty suck though. I mean, it's like a jungle out here. I mean, it's just, you know, it ain't California. It's not brown, it's green. There's layers and layers and layers of green. So, really enjoying it. So I got a lot of miles today, but they're less difficult than the day before in most of the spots, not all of them. Some spots are harder. So we'll just put up with the challenges. Okay, I need to two-stick it so I don't fall on my butt. Bye. Quite beautiful. Very misty. Again, no aquatic tart with a sword. Well, I guess I'm not worthy. I have 20 yards of road work. Back in the wilderness. What a jungle. I'm slipping and sliding all over everything. Seems like the trail like pre-lubricates your feet with mud right before you hit some slippery rocks or planks. No planks yet today, but I bet you they're coming. But, these sections like this are just heavenly. and they're not trying to kill me. So it's these miles here count just the same as those straight up and down miles on the cliffs, you know. So while you can, try to get the little bit of speed in there without straining too much. You got to save energy for the climbing, which there will be abundance of today. But it's nice to see the trail like this, you know. You got real rocky going up and down the mountains here, and yet I didn't even notice it because we've been trained so hard by Rocksylvania and New York, and New Jersey was in there too. So you're just like, okay, this is just a trail. It's getting more rooty. It's the only difference I noticed, more rooty and a little more mud. But pretty soon it'll be all mud and roots. So we gotta learn that one. Then we're done with all that, everything gets combined together and we toss you at the whites, which will be an amazing challenge. I don't know how people get through there and camp, you know, I just don't know what people do. You know, you could work for stay. No, that's one person. One person gets to work for stay. The other 10 got to go scramble and find a place. So I don't know how that works. I'm hoping that there are bunks and or places where you can camp near the huts, and then it smells something good. Some spots near the huts, and then, you know, be able to move forward. I mean, that's why I'm trying to be ahead of the bubble so I don't have to get stuck with the crap that happens. Because I'm not the fastest hiker. I'm above average for sure. But so that's a worry for another day. Right now we just need to get these miles in today and tomorrow. And then get into town. I hope the shuttle driver shows up. Hydro's pretty good. He just doesn't put up with crap or suffer fools, and you know me, I'm the goofiest guy you know, so it's kind of a little bit of abrasion there. So we'll see how we do. I don't want to miss my flight. I don't want to get stuck somewhere. I don't travel well. Most people love travel. I'm like, you love sitting in a chair that leans back at 1 degree while stuck between two very large people who sweat. That's your idea of fun. I mean, how bad does your life got to be in order to sit in an airplane for 14 or 15 hours? It's not me. I don't do that. But I think it's the price you pay to get to where you're going. I tend to not want to do stuff. So my family, Magali and the kids, they do great at traveling. You know, we're going to go see this museum. We're going to go do this. They plan it all out. And me, I'm like, I'm going to go sleep over there. They're going to eat till I pop over there. Then I'm going to take another nap, and then I'm going to sleep over there. And then I'm going to drink a lot, and then I'm going to sleep over here. You know, that kind of thing. I'm not very exciting. I am exhausted a lot of the times. I don't see a clear-cut path, but we'll get across it. Well, it's pretty damn wet. Started raining. Had to stop and put gear on. Oh boy, we got the big house up there. I'm not going to be able to film very much. I'm going through farmers' fields, come down out of the mountains. I got to go back up into the hills pretty soon. Then I'll have 8 miles of ups and downs. Well, the rain's let up a little bit. Massachusetts is pretty swampy. Got a little boardwalk. A lot of stuff is real slippery with the rain and the mud that we're walking through. Up ahead is Indy. We kind of hiking the last couple of days together a little bit. He hikes a lot faster than I do, so I just let him go. But we see each other at the shelters. She's in extremely good shape. A really good hiker. Me, I'm just twiddling along. But I get the job done. And check my mileage. I felt pretty strong today, and like we're making some miles, and I look down, it's like 8. I thought I'd really put some speed into it today, but I guess not. I'm still not slouching. It's just got 16 more miles to go to finish off this day, and that's hard to face. Ooh, sketchy. But, it's nice taking some of the gear off, rain gear off, and then letting my body breathe a little bit, not ferment. But, I got a few ups to do, ups and downs before we hit the final stretch. I think the final 8 miles are going to be pretty decent. There is a shelter 8 miles away from here, so I could just stay there and then add that to tomorrow's length, but that would still be a lot, so I'd rather just get it done today and have tomorrow be a short day. And the day after, be on an airplane, headed home to see my baby girls, whom I love dearly. So proud of Dee Dee graduating college, and Madeline's doing her master's right now, and yeah, I can't tell you how great that is. They're doing everything right, I think. So, huzzah. Anyway, there's that word again. I'll get back at it here. And quite a few of these today. It's always fun to look down in the water and see if you can see anything. See the bottom. Anyway. Can't get this word out of my head. Little beaver dam up there or something. I'm spraying myself a lot with mosquito repellent. They don't seem to care, but they're not biting. That's the difference. They're still swarming, they're still in my face, but they're not biting as much. Some are trying, but it's all good. I got a lot of miles to cover today. The trail's trying to be nice, and I'm trying to have energy. I gotta do a big down and a big up again. Once I get to the big up, it should stay pretty level at higher altitude until I get to the shelter. I'll be late tonight, probably around 7 or 8, which means I'll get caught in the heavier rains of the day, and I'm willing to take that. The next shelter is too close, and the shelter after that is too far, and there's no places to camp in between. So it's kind of frustrating. But we're just gonna go for it. Even though I'm pooped. It's nice seeing K2 again today. He took my advice and didn't go hiking tomorrow on his wife's birthday. He's getting his miles in today. I said, oh no, she says it's okay. And like, it's a trap, dude, it's a trap, it's a test. Don't fail the test. So, smart man. Lucky bugger. I hope I run into him again. He's a great guy. I really love him a lot. You meet the greatest people on this here trail. And I'm seeing Fixin' 2. He's out ahead of me somewhere, maintaining a pretty good clip. Don't know what happened to off trail. I don't know if she got off trail or what. But chances are I won't be seeing those two anymore, which is a shame because I do care about them. Anyway, I'm gonna put this away so I can double stick it and not slip on my butt, which I have filmed before. I could see light, so it's a small climb. Like walking along Goose Pond here the whole time. For a while, I mean. The whole time, yeah. Anyway, Mohican land. Donated to the Appalachia Trail in hopes of preserving it and keeping it wilderness. Good luck with that. Anyway, I'm getting knackered and I got a long way to go. Got a lot of ups and downs to do. Mosquitoes are just amazingly dense here. It's surprising not on the screen right now. I'm walking to keep them behind me. But yeah, they're just a real nuisance this year. So my legs feel tired, which is weird. I feel like I have no energy in them. And I got at least 10 more miles to go of up and downs. It's at least 5 or 6 hours more of hiking. I think it's like 1:30 or 2 o'clock right now, so it's gonna be a long day. If I don't get there, I'll be in trouble. The trail's been nice, so that's not it. It's just me being a weenie. I think I went too fast this morning. I should have slowed down, saved energy for the evening. But I'll take rest as I need them. If the mosquitoes will let me. Whew. Got my water topped off with God knows what. Mostly swamp and farm runoff. Yum. That's how you get in Massachusetts, except for a lot of trail angels that keep leaving water at the beginning and ending of each trail head or crosses the road. Not much of an incline, but it's killing me. I got a real big one coming up. And once I get that over with and I stay up and then I can get to the shelter, I'm hoping that it'll be like 8 miles of smooth topland, but we know how that goes. Usually it's just real rocky and muddy at the same time. If I can get up there, it's a done deal. I took a long lunch break just to rest up a little bit. And the shelter's 3 miles away from that, and we still haven't bumped into it yet. It's kind of weird. Guess I'm really slowing down bad or something. There's a shelter. Goose Pond Road, Wilcox Shelter 14, that's where we're from. October Mountain's where we're going. 8 miles, so that's doable. So we finally made it to the shelter. It's like, where is that thing? It should be here by now. And there it is. Yay. So we got 8.8, so 9 miles to go. Get to my shelter. And approximately 2,000 or 3,000 feet. Look. Which I will do. I'd like to do a good tasty break. Maybe boil up some noodles or something like that. These mosquitoes just won't let you They're like negative motivation, you know, keep walking, or we'll eat you alive, literally. Anyway, anyway. I'm gonna get this put away. Well, the bird song has given way to the sounds of man. Try not to step on those guys, they're just so damn tiny. This does not sound like a street I can just cross over, so there's got to be an underbridge or something. That doesn't sound too safe. That's the road that goes into Lee, Massachusetts, I believe. I gotta go across it and then start my climb, the last major climb of the day, and I'm so looking forward to having that behind me. The last nemesis of the day, I hope. Get to the top of the mountain, find it's all rocks and mud and roots. That would be against the theme of today. The road trail's been mostly good today. Of course, on the ups and downs, you get these rocks and roots. And they're slippery because everything's soaking wet. Things don't dry out in fog. It's supposed to thunderstorm tonight, so I gotta get to where I'm going soon enough to avoid some of the rain. Last night it got harder and harder the closer I got to the shelter. That was weird. I just knew. Well, my feet are burning right now. Very unhappy. I got another 8 miles to go, at least. Just got to get it done, you know, buck up and do it. Tomorrow's an extremely short day. Doesn't make sense, I know. But they put the shelters so weird out here. They got shelters within 1 or 2 miles of each other, or maybe even less than half a mile of each other, and then nothing for other miles. And no campsites. So it's like, well, okay. Oh, good, there's a bridge. There has to be. There's no way. Woohoo! $5 million bridge for a bunch of dirt bags to cross over. I think I see blue sky. I think that's the last climb over there. That's not too bad. Yep. Enough of this. It's crazy. Yay. We're at the top of the mountain, I think. And let's pray that the next 6 miles are, well, like this. This would be great. I see dark clouds up ahead. So it's gonna rain on me before I get there. And I will be soaked again. So we'll be in a shelter. Hopefully it's not full. But yeah, I just finished the hardest part of the day. Now I gotta try to keep from killing myself on the trail. I'm not used to down legs. It was a pretty good climb, but not too complicated. Yay. But I am pretty tired. So we're sitting on about 18 miles or so, maybe 20. A few more to go. 6 more miles. If the trail's really nice, just everywhere. If the trail's really nice, we can bang out in less than 3 hours. It should be a little bit of a down here, and then the rest are just puds. Hopefully not so big that they hurt, but tomorrow it really gets flat. But today we're gonna have puds. For sure. I'm just glad to get that hurdle done behind me. It's always a good feeling. Still gotta be careful. Everything is slick. When you're tired, you misstep easily. It's a lot easier with sticks. It's more stable. Everything's just dark and damp. See little bits of sunlight pop out occasionally. But the reality is it's thunderstorm time. It's just adding power to it. Hate those big rocks. Muck. Hopefully the trail stay this clean and easy. Be a godsend. Especially at the end of a real long day. Be nice to get a break for a change. Last night it got rockier, got steeper, and it got rainier. And the closer I got to the shelter, literally all the way down to the last foot, it got harder and harder and harder. When I got in the shelter, it just maintained itself for hours. We just could not get dry. But, had to strip down and put the puffy on to stay warm, so I didn't introduce too much moisture into the puffy. But everything's compressed. When I get back to California, I'm definitely washing the sleeping bag big time. And if it doesn't behave itself, I'm buying a new one. I've had this thing for years. It's done its duty. But as long as it stays good, I'll keep on using it. It makes a good summer bag when it's hot out. Today I think it's like in the 70s, lower 70s. Enough jocularity. Just came down this pretty steep bump. Lots of rocks and roots and stuff on the way up and on the way down. But rewarded with a view of the lake. The trail keeps going back and forth between complicated, like it is here, and less complicated, and then perfect, and then back to complicated. It's just a little bit of everything, which is normal. God, it's as slippery as that HE double toothpicks. So we're about 4 miles out, in theory. So we're doing pretty good. Absolutely. So be like 2 hours from now, or less than 2 hours, I might be able to be in the shelter. Things keep holding up. Mosquitoes are just brutal. Not sure if the shelter is going to be protective enough. I certainly don't like sleeping out in the rain in a tent. One night's not bad. A couple of nights, that's bad. A lot of trees, so you don't get many views around here. Yeah, pretty lake. What is that? Is it sunshine? I don't know what to do. Maybe we should sacrifice a virgin, get the rain back. I don't know what to do. I guess get hot and muggy. Sunshine. Wow. Huh? There you go.